engine nozzle is safely housed inside that interstage adapter until stage separation. The upper stage is powered by a single modified Merlin engine called a Merlin vacuum engine or MVAC engine. It's equipped with a nozzle optimized for burns in the vacuum of space. It produces more than 200,000 pounds of thrust. It will be fired twice on today's flight to place the 23 Starlink satellites into their intended orbit. The MVAC engine burns the same propellant mix, kerosene and liquid oxygen, as the first stage. At the very top of the rocket is the payload fairing containing the 23 Starlink satellites. The payload fairing is made of a carbon composite material. The two halves will be recovered a little further downrange from where the first stage lands on the drone ship. They will gently splash down under those paracels. The chill down of the 9 Merlin 1D engines should have got underway about 40 seconds ago. Sense any thermal shock at the moment of ignition. Now less than 5 minutes to launch. Soon be seeing the start of strong back retract at the launch pad.
Maintains are pressing for strong back retract.
And we're now getting audio from SpaceX, and as you just caught there, the process of the strong back retraction has begun. Hearing the sounds of venting at the launch pad.
Strong back lower has started.
You should start to see that strong back structure move away from the vehicle. Got some views coming in from SpaceX's pad cameras that show that. strongback structure, you can now see has moved away from the vehicle. It's at an angle of about 1.5 degrees. At liftoff, hydraulics
Stage 1 lock float is complete.
We'll pull that strongback back. Hearing the completion of liquid oxygen load on the first stage. The second stage should be full very shortly. You can see the water tower being topped off to ensure there's a full load for the water deluge system.
Stage 2 lock float is complete.
We're also seeing the start of the ground closeouts, the purging of all those fuel lines. As we count down to the final minute here, the Falcon 9's onboard
Gas launch
computers,
closeouts has started.
the Falcon 9's onboard computers will take control of the countdown. The SpaceX call's coming to us with about a 10-second delay.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
We have
LD go for launch.
confirmation from the launch director that they are go for launch. Now less than 30 seconds to the liftoff of the Falcon 9. "15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 on the Starlink 10-7 mission. And the Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. Starting to hear the rumble of the 9 Merlin engines. Let's listen in. Falcon 9 is now parsed through the sound barrier and is approaching max Q.
And vac chill has started.
That call is for the chill down of the second stage engine. Getting great views from Chuck Briggs' tracking camera here. There you see separation of the
Main engine
first
cutoff.
stage and ignition on the second stage.
Stage separation confirmed.
And there we see that actual separation
And back ignition.
ignition coming in on the SpaceX webcast. Views now from Peak Costons. And you can see that plume in the sky as it hits the sunlight at high altitude.
Fairing separation confirmed.
See the pulses of the engine, the thrusters, the coal gas thrusters on the first stage as it prepares to make its way back down. Spectacular sunrise effects. Chuck Briggs capturing
Both
the
vehicles
first
are on a
and
nominal
second
trajectory.
stage. And you can see in this view the first stage camera on the left and the upper stage, second stage camera on on the right upper box, and the lower right box shows the upper stage engine. The view in the main screen is from Chuck Briggs's tracking camera. That second stage still visible in the skies. View on the top right showing the view from inside the fairing. Sorry, inside the interstage, I should say. Now, a little over 5.5 minutes into the flight, the first stage has reached its apogee and is starting to descend, approaching the entry burn here.
Both vehicles continue to follow a
See
nominal
if,
trajectory.
That is visible in any of our tracking cameras. Bring that to you if we do get that. That entry burn slams on the brakes. Keep an eye on the speedometer there.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And we can
Stage
see
one
a view of that entry burn coming from Pete Costin's tracking camera. Looks like it just went behind some clouds. The view from the onboard cameras showing the burn
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
completing, and you can see that really slammed on the brakes. The speed has dropped dramatically. That burn is essential to avoid the first stage overheating as it re-enters the atmosphere. The second stage continues on its flight, now traveling at over 17,500
Both
kilometers
stages are
per
following
hour.
a nominal trajectory.
SpaceX reporting that nominal trajectory. First stage
Stage 1 transonic.
now traveling less than the speed of sound, 6 kilometers above the Atlantic, heading towards the drone ship. Shortfall of gravitas is awaiting its arrival. It's located about 250 miles east of Charleston, South Carolina.
Stage 1 landing burn.
As ignition. Waiting for the drone ship to come into view.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Getting views from the deck of the drone ship.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And there we have it, touchdown.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Booster completing its 17th mission. Meanwhile, the second stage continues to fire.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
MVAC shut down.